Hi. Welcome back to my channel. I guess it's kind of not fair for me to say since I really don't post on here. This has been my first video in God knows how long, but that's gonna change. As you saw by the title of this video, it has almost been 200 days since I have been essentially unemployed. God told me to leave my job back in April of this year. It is now November. So we're gonna dive into it all. If you don't know me, my name is Jada. The whole point is what's been going on, right? If God told me to leave my job back in April, why? Why did he tell me to leave? What have I been doing to keep me sustained, to keep a roof over my head, my bills paid, right? What is he gonna do from here on out? In order to answer all those questions, we gotta go all the way back to the beginning. So in 2022, I ended up getting a cat because I was lonely. I moved into my first apartment. It was just me. I'm by myself. And I was like, I really want a cat. Also, I just knew that cats were just easier in the sense that I was traveling at the time a lot for my job. And I wanted to make sure I had an animal a companion, I guess, that could kind of take care of itself. That was mostly, independent. And so that's where cats came in. And it's funny because I did not grow up with cats at all. So that will be reflected in what I'm about to talk about, right? So because I didn't have a cat, I didn't know about cat behaviors. What happened was, right, in 2022, I get this cat. She is flipping out on me. It was so overwhelming. I don't even know how to describe it. You'll see it in the clips, but she was tweaking to me, right? So I ended up recording all these videos and sending them to her vet. And I was like, something's wrong with my cat. Please send help. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to fix this. Please, please, please let me know. Does she have rabies? Like, is she rabid? Is she feral? What is going on? My vet laughed and she said, sweetie, she's playing with you. I was so embarrassed. I was like, there's no way that this is what cats playing look like. Now, before I get all the PETA people in my comments talking about
you should do research.
Trust me, believe me, I was around cats enough. I had a friend who had cats constantly. We met when I was 16. They always had cats in their house. And so I remember seeing kittens, baby kittens playing all the time. And it didn't look like that. It did not look like that ever. And then these kittens grew up and then they had kittens. And those kittens, they had like 6 litters. These 2 cats that my friend got had like 6 litters. Not one of those cats ever looked like that when they were playing. So I was rightfully so horrified, respectfully. So before y'all get in my comments tripping, I want to make that clear. All that said, she ends up telling me, my vet ends up telling me, she's fine. That's just how she's playing with you. So of course I'm like, well, that's hilarious. Let me post it. So I posted a TikTok in 2022. And mind you, I'm already posting a little bit on social media here and there. I had already kind of been I think I was posting like fitness content at the time. There was just different things that I was doing. So I post this video of my cat. I create a whole profile for her because at the time, everybody was creating, pet accounts and dog accounts and cat accounts and bunny accounts, right? And so I was like, all right, bet. Like, I'll post a video of my cat. I'll create her own account. I'll post it. That video was my first video to ever go viral on any platform I ever posted. Mind you, it's 2022, so I want to clarify it wasn't crazy numbers. It got 2 million views. And I was ecstatic. I was so just blown away. And so I just started posting on that account. I started just posting a bunch of stuff, just here and there, just posting whenever I thought about it. And then I started seeing followers come in, right? Overnight, 10,000 followers, 20, 30, 40, 50. I started getting all these followers because of one video and me playing off that one video and posting all these videos of her when she was a kitten and how insane she was. And about 6 months later, after I got her, I ended up getting her brother Armin. And then I turned the account into Meek's son Armin, but no one was there for him. I thought they would be there for him because Armin is such a unique cat to me. He's brown. That's super rare. Brown cats are super rare. He's also he's Siamese. He's a chocolate Siamese. He was stunning. He's huge. He has these giant paws. I'm like, oh, this is great. I got both of these really crazy, insane looking cats. No one cared about Armin. Justice for Armin because he deserves all love in the world. Anyway, after all that posting, I started getting DMs. I started getting emails. I put my email in my bio and people started reaching out to me. They wanted to work with the cats. They wanted to make content with the cats. This was all brand new to me. So these were essentially brand deals. And I was shook. I was like, yo, like y'all want to pay me to to feature some product, right? And it's so funny because now, like, looking back, I'm duh. Like, what else would there be? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to get paid from the videos. I had, like, you know, at least I was hoping, you know what I mean? Like, I had this profile that did all these numbers. I'm like, at the very least, I can get eventually, like, you know, monetize on TikTok and get a bunch of, you know, money that way, which it's not that much money. I just want to make that very clear. It's not. It's really not. The money comes from the brand deals, respectfully, right? So anyway, all that to say, I started getting all these brand deals. Mind you, I still have a job, so I'm not taking it completely seriously. So I'm working full time. I make videos here and there, like regular videos, and then I also have brand deals here and there as well. Fast forward, I think 2023, I didn't really post anything. I had a lot going on personally. 2024 rolls around, I start posting again, and they have another video go viral, right? I think I posted in like April of 2024. That video got like 20 million views. And mind you, at this point, I'm just kind of repurposing old videos because they don't do anything anymore. They're old now. These are old cats now. They're 3, you know? They're not old, but they're older. And so they don't have the same zoomies. Mikas is a little bit overweight. I'm trying to get her to lose some weight, child. Like, they're not the same cats. I'm repurposing old videos of them when they were kittens. I'll post like the one that went viral. That's the one that I reposted and it got 20 million views. And that was really, really cool. And so I'm feeling myself. I'm like, bet, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting brand deals here and there. I got a full-time job. Then I started getting people who wanted to work with me on retainers. And that was where my life was just like, whoa, like I had no clue that I could make that kind of money. And so I was just like, absolutely. Like, of course this is what I want to do. Are you kidding me? But I was taking it for granted. And I was not stewarding over it well. So now that you're completely caught up with all of that, let's fast forward, right? We're in 2025 now. I'm creating UGC content as well because I'm using all the videos that I was doing with the brand deals. I'm putting them into a portfolio. I'm trying to also implement myself so I'm not just the pet mom. So I'm trying to make content around that. And so I'm doing a little bit of UGC. I'm still doing brand deals. I'm still like dabbling in different things while working at my job. But all that to say, the cat's account was flourishing so much to the point to where it honestly could have sustained me if I really wanted it to. And God was like, you do. February is when God really started pressing into me, like, you need to leave this job. You need to leave this job. He had been telling me that it was time for me to go, but I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to put my faith completely into that. I just wasn't ready. I was afraid. If I'm being honest, I'm like, okay, yeah, like, it's good money. You know, get me wrong. Like I said, it could sustain me if I wanted it to, but I didn't want it to. I wanted to have both streams of income because if I were to just do the cats, it would have felt, to me at the time, I thought it would have been too restrictive, right? And just not stable. It got to a point to where it was just so stressful at my job. We had been losing all these different people. Managers were leaving. Like, there was just so much going on. And it was just so evidently clear that it was time for me to go. I ended up having a conversation with my manager, who ended up stepping into the place of my old manager who had left, right? And she basically said to me, what do you want to do? And I told her, I said, I love social media. I've been telling y'all this for years now. And I've been trying to contact like our brand team at our company. No one was listening to me. I was pitching ideas. No one was interested. And so I was just like, all right, well, she sat with me. She was like, if this is not what you love and this is not what you truly are passionate about, because surprisingly, respectfully, I don't mean any disrespect, people loved that job. People loved the work that they did, and I didn't, right? And so we had an honest conversation. She was extremely professional about it, and she was so kind, and we parted ways. I put in my resignation letter. My last day was April 21st, and that was when I dove head in. And I was like, all right, God, like, it's time, right? You know, like I said, he had made me extremely uncomfortable at that job because he kept telling me it was time to go, and I kept waiting and pushing it off, to the point to where I literally couldn't take it anymore, to the point to where he used this woman who had no idea what God was already speaking to me, telling me that it was time for me to leave. He used her, and I left. April comes around. I have a roommate at this point in my life. She had moved in several months prior. And so it was really just like kind of me and her in the Lord. And she was helping pay bills as best as she can. God had told her to leave her industry a few months before I did, before I left mine. And so we both were just unemployed and leaning on the Lord. so we're both trying to figure it out. She already felt like God was calling her to leave the country, to move to Europe, to be an au pair. I'm like, Lord, what does that mean for me, right? What does that mean for me? I don't have any money. Like I do, but it's not sustained. My insurance is gonna be gone. You know what I mean? Things that keep me alive. Obviously none of that stuff matters to God because he sustains all. You know what I mean? He's a provider. He's Jehovah Jireh. I feel like I'm jumping all around, but I'm trying to like fast forward to where I am now, right? And so before she leaves, she's essentially who is helping me with bills. She left in August to go to Italy. So from April to August, it was really kind of me and her. She was doing Rover. I was kind of doing Rover.
Hello, yeah, editor Jada here. I'm realizing now where there could be like kind of confusion, but basically, yes, the money I was making from the Cats page could have sustained me without my job, but there's something where you have to wait so many days for the payments to come through that I have to do stuff like Rover to get instant money to cover any bills that I had right then and there, because a lot of the brand deals, you gotta wait for them to pay you. So just wanted to say that. All right.
I was doing brand deals. I was really leaning on that. I was really leaning on their videos to go viral, praying that they would go viral, while also doing brand deals, but also trying to do UGC. So I'm doing all these things. I'm juggling all these things. Yeah. So that was where we were, right? Until she left. August, when she left, I had a few brand deals that were on, it's something called Net 90. It's really Net 30. Net 90 has been the most, it sucks. Regardless, you have to wait a certain amount of time before they pay you for the content that you create. It's in your contract. You can try to negotiate it. I always do. But sometimes you don't win those battles. And I know, looking at it now in hindsight, it was extremely strategic because God used that in order for me to have certain bills paid when I needed them to be, right? And so if I would have had that money earlier on, if I would have gotten that money right when I was asking for it, right when I finished the content, who knows what would have happened. Not that I would have just splurged, but it came to me exactly when it was supposed to, right? Whenever I had anything that was pushed out for Net 30, Net 60, Net 90, that money came exactly when it was supposed to. August comes, she leaves. I have a few things that are laid out, right? Like I was saying, that was Net 90. So those bills are paid. October comes. And October is the first month where God is like, I don't want you to do Rover anymore. I want you to completely and utterly lean on me and trust me to cover and pay for all your bills. Even if they're late, even if you get late fees, whatever that looks like, I need you to trust that I'm going to cover all of them. Not by credit cards, because I'm not gonna lie, I was also leaning on credit cards a lot. I have credit cards, you know what I mean? I didn't have my full and complete utter faith in God. He was like, I want you to stop leaning on your credit cards. I want you to use whatever money I give you. And I want you to stop doing Rover, because Rover was also a crutch. So credit cards and Rover were crutches for me. He's like, I want you to hone in on content creation, right? So I'm thinking that means UGC, because that's what I was doing. UGC, and I was doing pet content. Pet content slows down tremendously. I'm posting, but I'm not getting views. Nothing's going viral. No one's reaching out for brand deals anymore. I'm like, what's going on? UGC slows down. I'm applying to so many UGC opportunities. Barely anything is coming in, right? But God keeps ministering to me and telling me, I'm going to give you all this money. To say the lack of better terms, but he's telling me and promising me all of this abundance. So October comes and goes. We are now here in November. October was the first month where I was extremely just low, barely had 2 pennies to rub together, right? And here I am. I'm still in this home. I don't know how. God, literally only God. Fast forward to now, November, still behind. This is a loading testimony. Let me make that very clear. This is a loading testimony. But I wanted to clarify where I am and that I'm trusting God, and that God has been ministering to me so much and so intently about financial freedom, abundance, and where he's about to take me. And so that's why I'm making this video. I want you guys to join me. I have no idea where God is taking me. We are going to go on a journey together about where I am, what God is doing, where I'm going to go, what it looks like at day 400 of being unemployed. I don't know. You know what I mean? And when I say unemployed, I guess I just mean without a corporate job, right? Without a desk job. Because God can make me employed in a billion other ways. And so that's what this is. And I want to be consistent. I want to make content on here. I want to share my journey. I want to share where God, everything he's doing, everything, he allows me to share, obviously. I want to make you guys a part of that. And so I hope you guys will be interested in joining me along the way. Oh my goodness, there's so much to talk about. I didn't even realize, but the way God has been teaching me about budgeting, about learning, because I was a DoorDash queen, Uber Eats queen. Are you kidding me? I hate cooking for myself. I hate it. I have learned so many recipes and I would love to share them with you guys. Oh my goodness, I've learned how to make so many cool whole food recipes that I've been following, I've been doing, that I've been eating. I've been getting 10K steps in every single day. I was sitting in the house all the time, not doing anything ever. Oh my goodness, God has allowed so much community for me. Now an active member of my church, right? And so, the events that I've gone to, the people that I've connected with, the friends that I've made, the community that God has blessed me with, the people who have showed up for me when I didn't have, like I said, I needed to go home a couple weeks ago, and God used friends of mine from church to take me to the airport because I don't have money for an Uber. And so they have been blessing me. God has been using all these different people. And that's why I want to share this, because I have no idea if anyone else is in a position similar to me where they're like, God is telling me to leave my job and I don't know how he's going to sustain me, or I don't know what this is going to look like. I'm going in completely blind. So this is for encouragement for people who are like me. Hello. So that's it. That's all this video is. It's essentially an intro. Please put in the comments the type of things you want me to talk about. If you want me to show you some of the recipes that I've learned because I'm no longer eating out, and how to do it budget friendly recipes, I would absolutely love to show you guys that. Losing weight on a budget, you know what I'm saying? Which I guess technically you should be able to lose weight on a budget because you don't have any money. But regardless though, but doing it through Whole Foods, right? Whole Foods on a budget, because Whole Foods can still be affordable. They really can. Aldi, hello, Trader Joe's, very, very affordable places that God has been opening up for me, right? And then also just doors of opportunity that God is opening that he allows me to share with you guys. Fitness, if that's something you guys want to learn about. I've been doing fitness content on and off for the last 4 years now, which is insane. I probably should really lock in there in regards to posting, because I'm locked in with the fitness life and how God is my testimony on how the Lord has allowed me to no longer idolize my body, idolize having a certain physique, right? Imagine I've been recording this whole time and my mic wasn't on. It is on, thank God. Anyway, but yeah, like not idolizing my body anymore. So much that God has been pouring into me just within the last few months of it just being me here now. If there's anything specific that you guys want me to talk about, if you want me to talk about how I got into UGC, how to become a pet freaking content creator, how to become a pet influencer, I'm still doing those things. And if I didn't make it clear, I grew my account to over 86,000 followers for my cats. So I take that as a huge accomplishment, only by the grace of God, but I do see it as an accomplishment. And I want to make that very clear. But there's a lot that I would love to talk about on this channel, and I hope you guys join me along for the journey. Again, my name is Jada. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.